I've hit record.
Oh yeah, mine's recording right
What
now.
of you put your phones on your laps, and then one of you do the loudest clap
Yeah,
you
I'll
can do. Cool.
Oh yeah, so it's instant. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. All right,
So
bro.
now, you just can run it.
All right, yeah. Yeah, so am I doing the intro? I guess I am. Oh, yeah, Cam. Yeah, I'm here in Izzy's lovely place, and we're doing a podcast. We want to talk about, the main thing is Victor Alfred, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Opinion,
Yo, what's good,
take that.
bro? Oh, yeah, thanks for bringing me in, by the way.
No worries,
Yo.
thank you for coming.
And shout out Trapoco here and the AC Trees chilling here. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. So, the main conversation, the main reason I'm here about Irish creators don't grind. So, what are you saying about that? What's your opinion on that?
That's my opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion personally on the matter.
Ayo.
I should hold it in.
Yeah, man.
Hold
Speak
it,
with confidence, man. What's going on?
Okay, cool. So my opinion on personally what I want to say first and foremost is I don't think that's the answer to what he was asked. I personally don't think that's the answer to what he was asked. I think it was just a blur of the moment in what he said. I feel like it's part to play, but it's not the true answer to...
Blur the moment.
Do you not think it was a blur the moment?
The thing is,
Because that's what I'm saying. I've said this, and this is my point, yeah. I'm not scrutinizing him too tough because in that situation, things can be said. He was under pressure. He said what he wanted to say. But him to say that means he does agree with that point to some point and some extent. So therefore, we can't scrutinize him a bit. But what I'm going to say is, I feel like with Irish creators and stuff like that, it's not that's not the issue. Irish creators don't grind is not the issue. There's a loads of Irish creators that grind and that put in the work. And when he was saying, he spoke about, during lockdown there was YouTube. Well, we're not in lockdown anymore.
I don't even know why he said that one. Like, that was crazy.
There's loads of Irish creators doing what they're doing now, right now, in the scene right now. He didn't speak about right now. So for him to have said that, it kind of felt like it was a slap in the face for everybody that actually is putting grind.
Exactly, yeah. Like, for him to say that Irish creators don't grind, like, and also it was the conviction as well, because like Moses is like, oh, I'm not familiar with any other Irish creators, and then my man Victor is like, oh yeah, there's a reason for that. Like, he's acting like he's like the you know what I mean? Like, realistically, it's not that deep. All I wish is that he just would have used that opportunity to be like, oh, you don't know Irish creators? Actually, let me put you on. Hey, what about Izzy Boy? Just hit 15K. You know what I mean? Like, I think he should have used that platform. I know he's on the UK platform. He's an Irish guy on the UK platform. I think he should have just used that opportunity to be like, hey, if you don't know Irish creators, hey, go check out Izzy Boy. Or, hey, go check out AC3. It makes music. Like, you should have just, like, you know.
Use the opportunity.
Yeah, but you can just see he's not locked in. And if you check my comment section, you see there's all these Irish, black
There
Irish
was many.
creators.
There was many.
So that's my point, you know what I mean? But like, I can see your side of view as well, which is that, like, you know, like, don't scrutinize them too much, because at the end of the day, it's not that serious. But I just feel like just saying that Irish creators don't grind, you know, like that was the main thing.
It was.
You know,
and as me and Tropical, we talked about this, and his point of view, and it kind of opened my eyes to it a bit more. His point of view was more of, there's truth into the matter of what he did say in Tropical's eyes, which it kind of, I feel like what Tropical was saying made sense. What he said was, he thinks that the Irish scene in its entirety, that's just not creators in its entirety. Everybody that's trying to do something creatively, they do lack a bit of hunger or a bit of grind to what they want to do. They do things to a certain point, to a certain stage or whatever, and they kind of lapse, they kind of fall back. And he genuinely did believe that, and said that he does feel that that's kind of an Irish thing that is very much so has happened within the Irish scene for years, and it's been done many times, you know. So and I'm not gonna lie, to some certain extent, I hear it.
I do hear him.
Small bit, you know what I mean? But I also still feel that I like, bro.
So I have two questions.
All right, bet.
One, what's your issue with the statement he just made?
You see, like, when he says that, like, you're saying that, like Irish creator, and he's saying like there's some Irish creator, but just like I feel like you could take out the word Irish and apply that to any country. You know what I mean? There's always going to be people all around the world that do not grind, and then the exception will rise. Like, Victor was an exception because he has like 1 million on Instagram, 1 million on TikTok. Like, he's an exception. If you change out the country, UK, I'm sure there's bare UK creators that are like that are probably not grinding and things. So it doesn't just have to apply to Ireland. I feel like he went to the UK and he said that Ireland don't grind, but just you could say any country and you could say that they don't grind, and that because like the exception will always rise. Do you get me? It doesn't matter about country. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the exception in that instance is that in the UK, you've got more than 100 definitely more than 1,000 creators who have been able to make full-time livings off content creation, been able to buy houses, been able to buy stuff for their parents. Whereas, like, I know Ireland's smaller, but the ratio is also off. Like, for instance, let's say for every 100,000 creators, 10% or 8% or 6% make it. For Ireland, the percentage would be so much lower. Do you know what I mean? Because there's so many people that are trying to do it. Loads of people make content. Don't get it twisted. Whether they grind, don't grind. Loads of people make content. But how many of those people that make content are successful at a grand scale? And not just content, music, fashion, in every single industry. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So the whole lack of grind thing, although you could apply it to every country, I think there's a unique thing in Ireland where it's like more complacency than the average.
But I don't think so, though. Like, I genuinely think that it's any country. I feel like there's bare complacency in any country. And I feel like the people you don't hear about are the people that aren't grinding or aren't making a move. It doesn't matter if it's Ireland or not. You know what I mean? Like, I think you said that there's a specific thing in Ireland that, like they're a bit complacent. But I think you could genuinely apply that to UK, anywhere else. I just don't think it's Ireland exclusive. Do you know what I mean? I can see your point, but I also don't really see it as well. Do you know what I mean?
Name 5 Irish rappers that like blew.
You see, but the thing is, yeah, as you said, like, the UK is also much bigger. Like, I feel like Ireland is only really coming up now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like when you're saying that, like, name 5 Irish creators, I feel like there's still, like, I'll say, I feel like Travis and L. I feel like Travis, especially Travis, he's transcending over to thing. He done like a on the radar. Well, that's an American thing. I feel like I'd say he is blown. I'd say Cello also had a moment as well. He's still doing his thing as well. That's 2. I mean, like, oh God, well, why are you testing us? But why is it about just my point still stands? I feel like my point still stands. Is that, like, I feel like the complacency thing. I genuinely think that, like, you're saying, like, name 5. I think it's just because Ireland's just not that big, and I feel like people are just getting into creation now, like with TikTok and even just with music. Like, there's more Irish people making music, more Irish people doing stuff. Like, I feel like if Ireland was bigger, then you could say that. But UK is way bigger, so of course there's going to be more people that explode in the UK because it's a bigger place. Like,
and you know what? Now that he's like even saying in that way, it kind of does. I hear what you're saying, but in that way as well, that there's more. There's more people in the masses that way. It does kind of make sense as well in that sense. Do you get me? That there's more, so the numbers are different on both sides. Do you get me?
Ireland is tiny.
It is tiny.
Like, UK is bare. UK is huge. You know what I mean?
You're sitting on the fence.
I am sitting on the fence. No, but that's the thing. But I've said my.
I get it. Look, this thing is, I disagree with his stance, but it's his stance, and like, I get he's definitely.
But I can also see your point of view, though. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not being like.
No, it's not argument.
Yeah.
This goes off camera, but it's like, I get, even if I disagree with you, you are standing on something that it makes sense to you, and I get it. You're kind of like on the
because and here's why I'm like here's why I'm on the fence, because okay, for example, what you're saying, I hear it, but with me, I'm looking at like thinking of, okay, cool, what about the guys that have done it? Like, why haven't they stayed on? Is that a grind issue? Or is that other issues? That's what I'm sitting on the fence of, because it has been done, but then there's another topic of, cool, it has been done, but what's the issue of staying on?
Why is Drake still relevant right now?
Because he's one of the greatest artists of all. I mean, you've just listed the biggest example. Like, what the?
Great without grind. Why was Michael Jackson one of the greatest? If you read the letter that he wrote,
that talent, if
you read the letter, no, Michael Jackson wasn't naturally more talented than the average person. If you read the letter he wrote, he said, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna dance like this, I'm gonna work this hard, I'm gonna become the best. He wrote a letter saying, I'm gonna work my ass off to be the best in every single area. He did.
But bro, that's just Michael Jackson being humble. That's Michael Jackson, bro. Like, man just said, hey, what about Drake? What about Michael Jackson? They're 2 like goats in their own thing. Like, how can you even compare? You know what I mean?
Forever, like,
it's situation to situation, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and as well, okay, but
it is though, because like the baby, like he had his moment, and then he done a little LGB hate thing, and then that kind of got him off track. But he was on trajection, you know what I mean? So like,
that's an exceptional circumstance. Cancellation is what stopped him.
Yeah.
His grind is what kept him going. So the point is that there's a correlation that I can see. Maybe I'm tripping, between every single major superstar in every industry and their work rate. I've never seen someone that worked really hard and didn't make it. So is it that Ireland's just cursed that people are grinding, but it's just not working?
Nah,
I
but
don't understand.
just the thing is
If
that
people are grinding here, why isn't there a correlation? Like
because here's another thing, like, because that's the question Moses asked him was why, and he said Irish creators don't grind. That's not the reason. There's more reasons as to why.
He said I don't think Irish creators like to grind, but I don't even think he was saying that as the answer. Almost, I felt like he was just kind of making a remark.
But like, one question, like, you can cut this out. How is your voice being recorded, bro? Because like,
so there's a few things you could do. Either I could just cut it and then put the question on the screen. That's what I say. Or you can low key hear me.
Yeah, you could definitely low key hear you.
Also,
You may as well
this mic is recording.
Oh, turn on mic.
Well.
Okay, cool.
So what was I saying? There's more to the reason as to why Irish creators or anybody in the creative scene hasn't got to a level, but I don't feel like it's truly Irish creators on grind, because there are people that are grinding. It's also an infrastructure issue. It's the people in Ireland's issue. It's other issues as to that as well. It's not solely just
credible arguments, and then we leave it at that.
Credible.
Yeah,
bro. Are we, like,
Hey,
how's this not been credible? Like, are we not?
Yeah.
Fellas,
Fellas, incredible. Alright, cool. Mic off. Fries in the bag now.
No, what I'm saying is, like, name some arguments as to like infrastructure, this and the other, that we can lead the viewers with to make their own decisions. Because at the end of the day, no one here is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving our opinion. So we want to make an argument for both cases. Like, you're making an argument for it's not just grind. I think it's grind, me personally. But give me a reason why it's not just grind.
Okay, so I feel like the main thing is, he said that Irish creators don't like to grind. But just off my response alone, and just off the comment section of my response alone, so many Irish black creators that have different ranges of following, from like 20k to like 90k to think, they all said they like to grind. So he's already wrong, if we're being real. Like, he said Irish creators don't like to grind. He's just not locked in. He can't name those creators. He don't know them. But the numbers show. Did I not?
Those people that the numbers are bit high.
Numbers.
Like, so
they
did grind.
TMC,
they put
Jesse, Shaw, Mark, you know them as well. Like, they like to
Kieran,
grind, and they have the number. Kieran as well.
Bro, Kieran's a hard worker.
You can't say they don't like to grind. The numbers are there.
I seen Kieran. He's a hard worker. So for him to have said that, I'm like, that's like slapping Kieran in the face directly and be like, bro, like,
the one thing I'll say, I just feel like Victor Alfred, like I raise content, but just like the thing is, I'm saying, I just don't think he's locked in with the Irish scene. That's all. I don't think he would have made that conclusion if he knew about people like Kieran. I just think he's in his own lane because like he blew up, and like he's going over to UK and stuff. I feel like he's not locked in with Irish creators. He doesn't know Irish creators. So how can you say Irish creators don't grind if you can't name those creators? You know what I mean? So he's just.
I don't think the point is like he doesn't know. I think he might, from his point of view, see like he sees what they're doing, but he feels like they could go harder.
Could go harder. I mean, yeah, but I also feel like realistically everybody could go harder though. Do you know what I mean? But
I feel like his point of view is, why doesn't everybody go harder?
I mean, but that's just not an Irish thing, though, man. Stumbling is that's just not.
You can't say that's just not an Irish thing, and then there's no answer for the question. Realistically, if you because see, for me, anyways, in the music term of things, people always say Ireland doesn't have the infrastructure to like sustain a music artist. But then you have to ask yourself, how are other people in other lanes able to do it? Like, there's still people like
what you mean, like in other scenes
all over the world with the same population,
like,
with the same level of resources.
Drake is from Canada. Drake isn't even from America. So like, how is he able to like transcend from being an American, like a Canadian artist, to being one of the biggest?
Mind you, wait, on that topic as well, there is at least 50 artists that came out of Canada that are huge also. Maybe not to the level of Drake, but
Justin
like
Bieber,
Pressa, Tory Lanez, all of these artists that came out of Canada, and they were massive as well. Justin Bieber, like,
and they're not, and even on the point of Pressa, they're not even like the palatable type of Canadian. They're actually Canadian. Do you get what I mean? And see, the thing as well is, Moses could know someone like Kieran, but does he know that person is Irish though? You know what I mean? There's that as well.
I feel like, I mean,
that's true.
I feel like it's not even just in, like, I feel like there are people that have passed that such, we just don't know. Like, Hozier's Irish. Like, he's huge. Like, he was #1 on the Billboard. He's Irish, you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, there's exceptions to every rule. So you're saying, like, you keep saying Irish. Like, there's Irish people don't, but there's, as you've just said, there's exceptions to every rule. So then...
But we're talking about the rule, though. We're talking about the rule, not the exception.
So what's the rule?
The rule is that we haven't seen the level of results from the Irish scene as any other scene of the same size with the same resources. So what is that was where my question was. What's the credible reason for that justifies that the statement that Moses made is untrue? We just need a credible reason. Like you saying that if people are grind is not enough. My question is, okay, if people are grinding, but yet most people have not made it to the level that we've seen in other countries, what is the reason?
But they might have made it and we don't know who they are though. Or like we don't know that they're Irish.
We're talking about probabilities.
I think the community needs to stay as a community and stay strong and continue to, because I feel like I say continue, but I really do think a lot of people need to take in what's at home. You know, show support to what's at home. Show support to the people that are trying. You know.
So do you feel like it's the energy in the atmosphere?
Yeah, energy in the atmosphere definitely is an issue to play. Definitely, I do feel like that's the reason. You can, and if you probably, and I've heard this many times. I can't treat him in some type of way, bro. I know him. He's in my church. Oh, I know him. He's in my school. I can't treat him some type of way, bro. Cool. He posts videos, okay, bro. I've heard that. That's energy I've heard, and that wasn't even on me. That was on someone else. You know what I mean? So I've had that energy. I've heard that energy. Why is that energy in the scene? Why are we trying to build something? Why is that energy there when we're trying to create that? Like, that's not the energy we need. We need, I know that guy. He's in my church. He's doing his thing. I always like his videos. Always repost it. Always even commented. Even if the video is not something I'm really too fond about, but always showing support because, you know, he's around. That's the energy, not the other way around.
I feel like that energy isn't anywhere though.
What you mean?
Like, I feel like that not getting love from your hometown is gonna be no matter where you go.
I think so as well.
I don't think that's something just like specifically subjective to Ireland.
But I also
I feel like yes, but in Ireland it's a bigger issue.
How do you know if you don't live in another country though?
Bro, okay, for example, the underground UK scene is a good example. Them man support each other in that underground scene. Like really support each other.
They went out the way to go and find a niche market to develop and bring up. I feel like that niche market is also in Ireland, but people, like he said, maybe don't put in the grind to go and find it.
Okay. So wait, so the audience don't. Also, it's the artists that don't put the grind to build. Like, is that what you're saying? Because you could argue as well that there are Irish artists that are doing some type of different sound, but the audience are not grinding to look for that or don't want to take that in.
Yeah, it's not up to them to look for it.
Yeah, no, it's not up to them, but it's also a support thing as well, though.
Yeah, but okay, so
because let's be.
We've got 2 minutes left on this.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, time's fine.
Like, okay, you can draw your own conclusions, and we can continue off somewhere.
Yeah, so I feel like it's been back and forth. It's been an argument. These man that aren't even mic'd have been causing fire. I've been causing fire and it's been mad, but
yeah.
I see your point of view. I do see what you mean. I think I just got a misconception. I think I keep talking about how like I'm saying that Irish creators don't grind and I give examples, but you are saying that like it's more of like there's like an Ireland exclusive thing when it comes to like same places of same size and same thing, like the difference like between Ireland and them. I hear that, but just like at the same time, I'm just talking about my team. Bro said Irish creators don't grind. Irish creators grind. That's all I'm saying. Like you are saying this Ireland. They say all I'm saying is that he's saying Irish creators don't grind. That's what he said.
He said
Irish creators don't like to grind. Let's keep it simple.
I like to grind.
Let's keep it so simple.
Yeah, I know niggas I like to grind.
Let's keep it so simple. What did he say? He said he doesn't think Irish creators like to grind. Bare Irish creators.
Did he even say ting? Was ting involved in that sentence? Can we really pull up what he said?
It's really that simple. Like it doesn't have to be a hate thing on Alfred. Like he makes good videos. He clearly does if he has an audience. But just like, bro, Irish creators don't like to grind. Why are they commenting saying they like to grind? Then it's just not true. That's all.
Done. So yeah, that's all, isn't it? Should we close off?
Yeah. Like I see their point of views. I'm open minded. I hear it. I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible. I know it's long.
I guess from now on, every Irish career putting extra work now. Yeah. grind harder than what you were grinding before. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of the video.
That's it. Yeah. Shout out the man them. Thank you.